all of you for the grand launch of Indra. Can we all see that on stage? First of the Aryas,
बहुत
written by
एक्साइटेड
our
और
young author Abhiveer,
बहुत
who's just
वो
14 years old,
समझा
who's
नहीं
done
पा
an amazing job.
थैंक यू
Magic, created literally magic with his words, and today we are here to proudly launch his book. I would like to invite Abhiveer and today's chief guest, the national best-selling author Kevin Missal, onto the stage.
बैठ
Thank you so much, Kevin. We should slowly move on to the moment that all of us have been waiting for, the unveiling of the book. Are we excited? Yes. I would like to invite Satya sir and Somi ma'am to the stage as well, along with the family, please.
प्लीज कर दो
Let's have some countdown. 10, 9, 8, do it slow motion please. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
वेरी गुड लवली वेरी गुड चलो गुड
My lord, a bull has been disturbing the local villagers. He killed 2 soldiers right now. You idiots can't even kill a bull, snorted Mitra. But my lord, what? Mitra was confused. But then he remembered. Cattle were considered sacred in our river. Cows were worshipped like goddesses. Cows were agnya, that is, they couldn't be killed. Oh, for the God's sake! Mitra removed his shawl. He tightened his dhoti, wore his sandals, and walked out into the darkness. Not seeing the bull anywhere, he inquired, "Where's the damn beast?" 2 soldiers pointed out a hole in the wall. The thorn bushes had been torn apart, probably in agony from the thorns. "Get my horse." A guard went to untether Mitra's horse. Sitting comfortably on the brocade saddle, he thought of a sword. "Get my sword." Most soldiers in the Sapt Sindhu preferred having a curved blade with one edge on it. It was lighter, easily wielded with one hand, and was comfortable on horseback. Mitra, however, preferred a double edged, pointed, and straight sword. Curved swords were suitable for thrusting, but straight, pointed blades go well for stabbing. Mitra unsheathed the swords, threw down the scabbard, and went after the hoof prints and dung trail. Mitra continued for a mile or so in the southwest direction. He reached a hill and stopped his horse. On the base of the hill, a small town was present. Looking closely, he realized that they didn't have the typical Persian features of white skin and hooked noses. They looked they looked like monkeys. That was the word Mitra had thought of. They had upturned noses, dark skin, fur like thick hair, and a few even seemed to have tails. Their disfigured jaws and hairless upper lips made them look like mixtures of lions and langurs. Vanars, thought Mitra. The Vanars were a tribe that lived in southern Aryavarth. They lived around Mount Rishyamukh, Lake Pampa, and the Tungabhadra River. They had high rates of a type of mutation, resulting in disfigured jaws, tails, and extra fingers and toes. However, Vanar physicians were well equipped to make the disease non lethal. The Vanars worshipped Lord Hanuman and the forces of nature. Their banner had a monkey on it. That would explain the bull, thought Mitra. Since cows were sacred in the Sapta Sindhu, the Vanars allowed the bull to terrorize them. Mitra rode into the village. The scene that greeted him was not one of joy. Dead bodies were being cremated. Hymns to Lord Yam, Lord Shiva, and the dead were being chanted. Seeing the mounted warrior, a few men moved aside. A mother who was cremating her young son watched with tearful eyes as Mitra dismounted, bowed low, and began to pray for the dead Vanar's soul. "How long will you face the torture of this beast?" asked Mitra in Sanskrit. He hoped that the Vanars might know the ancient language. He got a response from an old man. "We are from the Sapta Sindhu. We can't just kill a bull." "Lord Krishna killed the bull, Vats," said Mitra. "But we're not Lord Krishna. It is a warrior's duty to protect the meek. I can't just let you die. Not on my watch," said Mitra. Saying so, he picked up his sword and asked, "Where is the beast?" The old man stared in awe at the amazingly fit body of the warrior. He pointed to a field. The gigantic, hulking beast slowly ate the wheat, almost as if it was taunting the one who grew the crops. The beast was nearly 6.5 feet tall. He had massive feet long horns on the side of his head. The horns didn't curve but went straight and bent in the middle, then recurved to show long tips just above the beast's eyes. A band of 5 archers would have struggled to take on the beast. Mere arrows wouldn't injure its hide. The hump on its back was reminiscent of the zebu. However, the dewlap, very typical of the zebus, was missing. It grunted. Mitra was awestruck at the magnificence of the beast. He knew that the bull was not an ordinary zebu. Aurochs, thought Mitra. Mitra contemplated sneaking up from behind. No, he thought. There was no bravery in that. He had to set an example. Finally, facing real competition, he decided to wrestle the bull, a fight to the death. The Vrish against the Nar Vrishabha. The bull against the bull among men. Mitra roared. The bull snorted and ignored it. Mitra roared again. This time it was louder. The bull turned and looked at the intruder. Mitra burst into a run and threw his sword on the ground. The clang of the metal startled the bull as he ran towards the new threat. Mitra sidestepped and avoided the point of the horns. The bull, maddened with testosterone and angry at being duped, increased its pace and tried to gut Mitra. Mitra sidestepped and grabbed hold of the hump that was the bull's blind spot. Desperately struggling to escape the unseen threat, the bull started shaking violently. This would have made an ordinary man fall face first and get trampled by the beast. But Mitra was no normal man. He was the bull amongst men. He held on. The Vanars watched in awe. They had read about the game played in the Vanar homeland that was known as Jallikattu. In it, a bull with gold horns tied at its horns was released, and a man struggled to hold on to its hump. Mitra made the bull exert itself. His strategy was to exhaust it so Mitra could kill it quickly. Sure enough, the bull sat down some minutes later and tried to regain its breath. Mitra dismounted and made the bull chase him. However, the exhausted beast was strolling towards Mitra. Mitra quickly changed position, sidestepped, pirouetted, and picked up his sword. The bull, exhausted, sat down with an audible thump. He sensed that the man had got what he came for. It was partially true. The man had got what he came for. He went close to the bull. Forgive me, apologized a teary-eyed Mitra. The regret and guilt of killing such a magnificent animal took over the bravery and manliness of having to kill such a mighty beast. However, he steeled himself. He wiped the tears from his eyes. He had to set an example. Tears had to be hidden. He gripped the blade tightly. The bull was sitting in the mud very quietly. It didn't protest at the closeness of the human. It behaved almost like a little calf. It seemed to sense that its end was near, making it all the more difficult for Mitra to do the deed. He grabbed onto the hump, startling the beast. It stood up and shook. Mitra stabbed the beast in the gut. Mitra would be crushed under 2,000 pounds of pure rage if it rolled over. The agonized beast fell to the ground on the side where the sword was embedded. Its falling led to the sword going deeper and piercing the beast's lungs, ribs, heart, and ultimately spine. The fall allowed Mitra to go away. He waited for the beast to die. Finally, it sputtered blood in a final cough and went to the elements. Mitra rode to announce his success. The villagers were finally free from the menace. What is your name, great warrior? Inquired the Vanar headman. I am Mitra. Meet your savior, Ahura Mitra. Ahura was the Avestan title for deified heroes or concepts. Ahura Mazda or Lord Wisdom was the supreme god of the Persians. Asura and Ahura were the same. The Asuras were originally well-meaning people, exiled from Persia to the Sapt Sindhu. Differing customs and tongues made the Devas hostile to them. Their pointless wars carried on for centuries until the Devas' exile. A legend was born, the legend of Ahura Mitra, the slayer of the bull.
Thank you so much, Abhiveer. Everybody, that was Abhiveer Soni, the creative force behind Indra, the first of Aryas. Now, there's a little bit more here going to happen. I would like to invite Kevin to give a small message to the crowd here and every single reader who's will today, later, watch today's event. Please, if you have a message to share with them, please go ahead.
I wouldn't take too much of time. Just one message is that if you want something and you feel that you have the right support for it, and you feel that you have the right people around you, I think go for it. And even if you don't have the people around you, still go for it. At the end of the day, what matters is that you have to, Abhiveer shows us resilience and how perseverance as a writer works and creates and hopefully he becomes one of the bestsellers of India. So I would like to say you. I hope you become one of the only youngest bestseller of India, and we'll make sure as publishers that will happen. So yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
National District Judge Bearer at Rajasthan High Court. Prepare for a good closing statement by Mr. Satya.
Thank you for it. Thank you NuVoice. Thank you Kevin. And thank you all. आप सब लोग आए हैं. क्लोजिंग मैसेज मुझे देना था. क्वेश्चंस भी आए, एक दो क्वेश्चंस भी आए कि इमेजिनेशन या क्रिएटिविटी कहाँ से आती है, क्या क्या आती है, कब आती है, किस टाइम लिखते हो. बीइंग माई सेल्फ ए राइटर, एक चीज़ उर्दू शायरी के अंदर एक चीज़ कही जाती है कि जब शेर आते हैं तो उसको बोलते हैं कि आमद होती है. शेर की आमद होती है, ऊपर से होती है, वो ऊपर वाला बेचता है उन शेरों को. तो वो शेरों की आमद जिस टाइम होती है उस वक्त ही होती है. उसके बाद आप चाहे कितना भी जोर लगा लें, आप शेर नहीं कह पाते. मेरे उस्ताद यहाँ बैठे हैं तो मैं उनका भी जिक्र करना चाहूँगा. तो जब शेर की आमद होती है, जब आपकी इमेजिनेशन आनी शुरू होती है ऊपर से, उस टाइम पे आपको कोई नहीं रोके और उस टाइम पे आप लिखना कंटिन्यू करते रहें, तो वो जो भी आप लिखना चाह रहे हैं वो आप कंप्लीट कर सकते हैं. मैंने इसकी मदर को एक दो बार जब ये हुआ हमारे बीच में डिस्कशन की, यार ये पढ़ता नहीं है या ये कुछ नहीं कर रहा, सिर्फ सिवाय टाइपिंग के इसके अलावा कुछ नहीं कर रहा, तो मैं यही बोलता कि अभी आमद हो रही है, अभी मत रोको इसको. मेरा ये बहुत बार, मतलब आई एम फीलिंग ओवरवेल्म्ड, भावुक हो रहा हूँ. लेकिन मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ा अचीवमेंट है एज ए फादर कि ही हैज़ शोन सच ए गट्स कि एक बुक, 300 पेज की वो बुक को लिख के और उसको मेरे सामने उसने रखा उस दिन. और क्लोजिंग तो यही कहूँगा कि आई थिंक आई हैव डन ए गुड जॉब एंड वी हैव डन ए गुड जॉब. थैंक यू.
Thank you so much. You've indeed done an amazing job. We've experienced today magic, wisdom, inspiration throughout the evening. But before we conclude the event, let's express gratitude. To bring this literary celebration to a close, let's hear a heartfelt word of thanks from none other than the creative force behind Indra, first of the Arya, Abhiveer Soni himself. Abhiveer, hand over to you.
First of all, I would like to thank my deity Lord Hanuman for blessing me with all the resources that I could actually write and get a book published. There are thousands of writers at my age who don't have a chance, who can't get published. So I would like to thank him. Next, I would like to thank my ma and daddy. My little sister Pari. She was the one who forced me to stop the typing, and now let's play.
Advice to the young talent.
Piece of advice यही है कि advice क्या है, मतलब he is already following it that not to do homework and मैं भी नहीं लिखता था, मैं भी नहीं homework करता था. I remember I used to write during summer holidays actually, and during my school years. एंड समर होमवर्क मिलता था तो आई यूज्ड टू ऑलवेज टेल माई मॉम एंड डैड, यार आप किसी और को दे दो ये करने के लिए, मुझे किताब लिखनी है. एंड सो या दैट्स अबाउट इट. या इफ यू एज लॉन्ग एज एडवाइस नहीं, आई थिंक ही इज फॉलोइंग द राइट पाथ, सो आई डोंट थिंक सो ही रिक्वायर्स माई एडवाइस. आई थिंक यू आर ऑन द राइट पाथ मैन एंड कीप गोइंग एट इट. And you as long as you have support of your family, of your friends, of people around you, you know you're gonna shine really bright in the sky. So yeah, of course, please do. We can take more questions, I guess. We have time, so we can take more questions.
I think I should just show myself.
Yeah, that's my wife, by the way, Kiran. Yeah.
Hi guys. But I genuinely have a question for Abhiveer. It's not exactly a question. It's just something which I'm curious about. It is I am married to an author myself who 14 years की उम्र से लिख रहे हैं. लेकिन मेरे को ये जानना था that आज की generation that we all know that's changing quite fast even for us who were like half part of this generation. why did, out of everything, out of going into gaming, out of going into probably drawing, music, something, why did you choose to be a writer? Because it is one of the most authentic thing somebody can be, and at your age doing that, first of all, it's a hats off. Second, I really want to know, how did you get like writing ही like यही करना है ये
Were interested in sports. They tired me out really quick. And reading में मेरे को हमेशा से interest था. I've read many books. And drawing भी मैं काफ़ी करता हूँ. मतलब मेरी notebook का last page covered है drawing से.
Same.
और writing, I don't know. It was my interest in history, mythology, the ancient scriptures.
That is great. I mean, first of all, many things that you are very much interested in the art, like past of our histories and everything. That's commendable.
Thank
and
you.
Second, it's really not easy to write a book. Now that I'm living with an author, I know it's really not. So congratulations on that. That's awesome.
अभी मैं आपके सारे क्वेश्चंस के जितना क्लियरली आपने जवाब दिए वो सारी चीज़ सुन रहा था। अभी मैंने इंद्रा पढ़ी नहीं है, इसलिए मैं ये इसके बारे में तो ज़्यादा नहीं ना पूछूंगा, ना पढ़ने के बाद बात करेंगे अपन आराम से। मैं तो ये जानना चाह रहा था कि अभी इंद्रा की लॉन्च के बाद अभी तुम्हारा क्या आगे क्या प्लान है? आपको लगता है पुराने चरित्र जो हैं उनमें से कुछ ढूंढोगे या कुछ नया या कुछ और फिक्शन वगैरह कुछ तुम्हारे दिमाग में चल रहा है? जो तुमने 80 पेज लिख के बंद किए थे वो क्या था?
वो स्टोन एज ट्राइब के बारे में थी एक.
उसको कंप्लीट कब करना है?
उसका मैं सोचूंगा अभी. अभी और भी प्लान कर रखे हैं मैंने.
एक्सपीरियंस कैसा रहा? मतलब ये चलो ये अभी क्योंकि अभी प्रिंट हो गया है और पब्लिश हो रही है बुक, क्योंकि ये एक बड़ा लंबा एक प्रोसेस है, प्रॉपर प्रोसेस होता है वो, और बहुत सारी चीज़ें होती हैं जैसे तुमने देखा होगा कि और कुछ इनले हम कैसे बना रहे हैं, कवर पेज कैसे बन रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, सारी चीज़ें हैं। तो अभी जैसे दूसरा जो वर्जन हम लोग, क्योंकि मैं तो यही चाहूँगा कि तुम जिस स्पीड से लिख रहे हो, अगर 2 महीने में एक किताब लिखते हो तो मेरे ख्याल से 1 साल में एटलीस्ट 3 बुक्स तो आनी चाहिए, राइट?
6 महीने पब्लिशिंग में भी लगते हैं.
चलो ठीक तो अभी नया चरित्र कौन सा आने वाला है? नया चरित्र होगा या कुछ एग्जिस्टिंग ह्यूमन बीइंग्स होंगे, कोई ऐसा कौन?
अब मैंने प्लान किया है इंद्र का सेकंड पार्ट, और एक अग्नि पे भी चल रहा है मेरे माइंड में.
राइट, तो 5 तत्व आएंगे उसमें या सिर्फ अग्नि से शुरू करके फिर 5 तक जाओगे?
नहीं, ऋग्वेद वाला अग्नि.
हाँ वही, तो उसमें आप एक एक करके सबको लेकर आने वाले हो?
कोशिश तो करूंगा.
ठीक है। और मैं वैसे तो आप सबने अप्रिशिएट किया भी है, भैया ने भी बोला इस बात पे, जब हम लोग तुम्हारे इस इंटरेस्ट को देख रहे हैं कि तुम वेद पाठ जो है और वेद को जिस तरह से तुम अध्ययन कर रहे हो, क्या ऐसा हो सकेगा कि आगे कोई एक बुक सिर्फ ऋग्वेद पे तुम अपनी तरह से आप तुम्हारा इंटरप्रिटेशन मिले जो तुम्हारी जनरेशन को उसके बारे में बड़ा इजीली उनकी लैंग्वेज में, उनकी भाषा में, उनके शब्द में समझा सके?
मैं डेफिनेटली ट्राई करूंगा.
ये पूरा ये कहाँ से आया, ये आइडियाज कहाँ से आए? ये ऋग्वेद में पढ़ी थी या यू हैव रिसर्च्ड, कैसे हुआ?
मैंने रीड किया था, थोड़ा पोर्शन रीड किया था, थोड़े बहुत विकिपीडिया से, थोड़े पुराणों से,
अच्छा,
वाल्मीकि रामायण.
अच्छा, लवली लवली, वेरी गुड वेरी गुड. एंड बाय द वे, बीच में अगर किसी को क्वेश्चन पूछना है, वी आर ऑलवेज ओपन टू एनी क्वेश्चंस. इट्स वेरी कन्वर्सेशनल, यू नो. सो ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है कि कुछ अगर किसी को क्वेश्चन पूछना हो तो मेरे तरफ कोई क्वेश्चन है एज अ राइटर? अभिवीर,
आप दिन में कितने आवर्स लिखते हो?
पता नहीं यार, जब मन करता है तो 6-7 घंटे लिख लेता हूँ. You know, when I feel like writing, I write 7-8 hours, and if I don't write, I don't write at all. मैं 2 महीने नहीं लिखता. So मेरा ऐसा होता है, मेरा ये होता है कि एक शॉट में लिख दो. That's why my books usually take 1 month to finish. You know. So what advice would you give to future writers? जो भी मतलब आपसे ये सब इंस्पिरेशन ले रहे हैं, ये सब अभी सब मीडिया आए हैं, लोग आपसे बात कर रहे हैं, एंड और भी आपके जो फ्रेंड्स हैं यहाँ पर, एंड उनको क्या आप एक ऐसा एडवाइस देना चाहते हो जो राइटर बनना चाहते हैं?
Use the sources that you have.
Use the sources in terms of research or in terms of your friends and family?
Both.
Both. Both. Lovely, yeah, lovely. That's great. That's great. Wonderful. So, yeah, any question, guys, for any of you? Please feel free. Don't be shy at all. ठीक है मैं नहीं तंग करूंगा आप लोगों को so
We
please.
will have time for 4 questions only from the audience.
4 questions,
Yes, the
okay.
first question.
First question, I think the grey shirt, grey t-shirt. Yeah.
Sir, my only question to this buddy is that what was that first moment? Everybody is stuck at this tender age and all. That in so little age, how can a person write that novel or what? But my thinking is that something must have happened at that particular moment. It is stuck into your mind that I should think about Indra. That there is something, there's some fiction that has to be traced now. That what was that happening or moment that stuck into your mind that made you think of thinking Indra and then to write on him?
It was when I read the Rigved.
Oh, so you are interested in reading all these Upanishads, Vedas, and all.
Yes.
And at that particular moment, you thought that it is something on which the research is to be done.
Yes, it is believed that all the world's knowledge is found to be found in the Rigved, and I think it's quite true. As modern concepts such as the Big Bang theory, even we can find it in that verse says that there was neither existence nor non-existence before creation. There was neither time nor immortality, nor day nor night.
Out of that, we can trace that you are interested in reading, first of all, about the Sanatan Dharma. That is what the tracing is?
Yes.
If I'm right?
Yes.
Nice to know that. I'm happy to see the little buddy interested in the Sanatan.
When I was very small, my grandmother used to tell me stories, and the mythological stories, they were the most enthralling, the most gripping. So I used to keep her awake at night listening to more stories about Ganesha, about Hanuman, about Lord Krishna.
Happy to know that, man. Happy to know that. So much happy to know that. That this is what the first and last message to be carried forward in this event. This is first and last message, I believe. Thanks a lot, man, to be graceful.
So we have another question. Yeah.
Sure. So yeah, here. So yeah, first of all, I'm really impressed कि आप इस age में इतना अच्छा कर रहे हो. And to be honest, I've been trying to write from last 5 years, but it is very difficult. You know, you get stuck at some point. So now I wanted to know कि I mean, were you ever reliant on some kind of technology? I mean, did you use AI at some point? Or was it purely your written content?
Purely my imagination.
Purely your imagination. So, were you researching completely online, or did you also refer some hard-bound books?
I referred to books. There was one in the library called Indological Studies. 33-year-old book it was. It was the first time issued by me only.
Oh.
Oh. Whoa.
Not just first time. It even reached you first time only.
Okay. So I mean, what was that point where you decided that you are going to sit completely and on a daily basis? I mean, I think that is the most difficult part that we all face, consistency. What gives you consistency?
I had consistency in the beginning, but after 10 or so pages, I got stuck and I sat down again to think some more. I slept and then I woke up, I had another idea and I began to write it. The next chapter.
Thank you. So my question is for Kevin. So Kevin, what's your piece of advice?
Then I would like to thank my grandparents, Nanisa, Nanaji, my aunt Romisa, my uncle Mama, Tauji, for showing immense support. And I'm also grateful to all my friends who are here and the teachers if they are here. Now I would like to thank Kevin sir for giving me a chance and the whole NuVoice publishing team for working tirelessly, and also Foster Reads and Crosswords for hosting the event.
Thank you so much, Abhiveer. Can you just tell us? Can you give us just quick one sentence on how are you feeling right now?
I think one word would be enough.
One word, one phrase, one sentence.
Great.
and nervous.
And Kevin, do you have a quick one phrase message for Abhiveer?
uh, I'm very excited to be here and promote young talent. And Abhiveer, I can understand the stress and the nervousness which is on your face, but don't worry, you know, या सब भूल जाओ या कोई है, हम दोनों बात कर रहे हैं बस, और बताओ. You know, great. So yeah, that's it.
Family, friends, other well-wishers, thank you all so much for coming in today, and we do not want to waste any more time of yours, and we are directly moving ahead with a quick discussion between Kevin and Abhiveer, where they will tell you a little bit of background story about the book, but not with any spoilers. You're not getting any spoilers. You'll definitely have to wait till the end of the event, where you can buy the copies, get it signed by Abhiveer, and even if you have any questions to ask to Abhiveer or Kevin for that matter, as soon as their discussion is over, the floor is all yours to ask the questions. Are we good? Okay, all over to you, Kevin and Abhiveer.
So, thank you so much, guys, for being here on a today's Friday, right? Yeah, on a Friday, I'm sure you guys must be very busy, and I'm glad that we all are here to support young writing and young talent like Abhiveer. Hana, Abhiveer?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. But yeah, I am very elated to be here. A little brief about me. मैं भी 14 साल का था जब मैंने लिखी थी अपनी किताब पहली. अभी did you know that कि I
Yes, sir.
also wrote. हाँ, मैंने बड़ी घटिया किताब लिखी थी 14 साल में. It was a total copy paste of Percy Jackson. तो उस टाइम पे उनके उसका नाम था डेविड ब्लैक द बैटल ऑफ लॉस्ट स्टेजेस. तो उस टाइम पे मैंने लिखी थी, एंड मेरे सबने बोला यार क्या लिख दी, क्या बकवास लिख दी and everything. But at that time I used to think that yeah, I am probably a very good writer, you know. But I'm glad that I can see that at the same age of mine when I wrote that time, you show far better talent than I could ever. So round of applause to him, you know. It's yeah, I was reading his book a little bit and I was very surprised कि यार इसने लिखी, मतलब मैं तो शॉक में आ गया. And very amazing, man. So good job, first of all.
Thank you, sir. This means very much to me.
No, definitely. So let's get on to it, I guess. थोड़ा सा ऐसी बातचीत होगी, and then if anyone has questions after that, you know, we would love to take it, है ना, Abhiveer, and you would love to answer as well. So Abhiveer, the first question though, homework और ये स्कूल से टाइम कैसे मिला लिखने के लिए?
सर होमवर्क स्कूल में किया, काफ़ी सारा छोड़ा भी मैंने, एंड
अरे टीचर तो नहीं है.
एंड आई गिव क्वाइट अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम टू राइटिंग. और फिर लास्ट मोमेंट पे एग्जाम्स, व्हेन एग्जाम्स वर राइट ओवर इट, देन आई स्टार्टेड स्टडीइंग.
अच्छा, so लास्ट कमर टाइप हो, तो जैसे एग्जाम्स आते हैं सर पे तब पढ़ते हो?
यस सर.
That's great. So and कब कौन से टाइम पे लिखते थे किताब अपनी?
आफ्टर स्कूल.
After, so around 5 o'clock के around?
5 to 7, 8.
मतलब every day. Very good यार, मतलब ये this shows dedication. लोग 5 to 7 सोते हैं, मैं तो सोता था 7-8 बजे तक. I used to have to sleep. So that's great, yeah, that's great. So but then summer holidays में भी you used to write उस टाइम
Yes.
पे? Yes, okay, that's lovely. So why इंद्रा? मतलब इंद्रा में इंद्रदेव पे इतना क्यों आपको एकदम से प्रेरणा मिली कि यार ये लिखना है मेरे को?
Indra's character is quite unexplored, and he's made a villain in the
Yeah.
epics mostly, but his original nature in the Rig Ved, that's hidden away by his other exploits.
तो इसीलिए मतलब कि काफ़ी लोगों को नहीं पता है इंद्रदेव के बारे में, सबको विलन लगता है. बट वाई ऐसा विलन क्यों पोर्ट्रे किया गया है इंद्रदेव को?
Because of his deeds in the later ages.
अच्छा. तो लवली. सो इस रीज़न से आपको लगा. आपने कुछ और लिखा था इससे पहले या सीधा इंद्रदेव पे ही मुझे लिखना था?
I tried writing in 2021.
अच्छा, क्या था उसके बारे में थोड़ा बताइए.
It was about a Stone Age tribe and their enemies, the Neanderthals. I wrote about 83 pages and then I deleted it.
अरे वाह, what age?
11 और 12.
Oh my God. So and कितना टाइम लगा इंद्रा को लिखते में? इंद्रा फर्स्ट ऑफ द आर्यस को लिखने
2
में?
months.
2 months. 2 months. My God. And every day, huh? You used to sit and write.
I tried most every days.
Every days, most every days. Lovely, yeah, lovely. So ये काफ़ी लिख पाते हो कोई is primarily because you get a lot of support from everyone.
Yes.
You know, young talent को foster करने के लिए ना तुमको everyone should be in support of. तो how was your support in life? Who was your support in your life?
Definitely माँ and daddy.
कैसे कैसे सपोर्ट किया उन्होंने आपको? क्या वो टीचर को बताते नहीं थे कि ये होमवर्क नहीं कर रहा है?
मतलब पढ़ाई के लिए ज़्यादा प्रेशराइज नहीं किया और मतलब जब राइट कर रहा था तब कोशिश की कि डिस्ट्रैक्शंस ना आए और मैं बीच बीच में इंस्टाग्राम खोल लेता था, मीम्स देखने लग जाता था.
ये सब नहीं बोलना होता. इंस्टाग्राम की बात नहीं कर दी यहाँ पर. वी आर अ लिटरेचर कम्युनिटी. वेरी गुड. तो अच्छा, तो इंस्टाग्राम ने कभी तो कुछ प्रेरणा दी, मतलब डिड यू अदर राइटर्स से क्या आपको सीखने को मिला? क्या आपको
डाउन टू अर्थ रहना.
डाउन टू अर्थ रहना. अच्छा, लवली यार, लवली. एंड कौन से ऐसे राइटर्स हैं जिनने आपको प्रेरित किया कि यार आई वांट टू राइट लाइक इंद्रा या mythology पे?
डेफिनेटली यू, अमीश त्रिपाठी एंड हर्षित चौहान.
Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Harshit is another author of ours, and उससे आपकी बुक भी पोस्ट करी थी, I guess,
Yes,
Sarah,
sir.
yesterday. So he was also very excited, and I'm very happy, you know, कि like-minded people, like-minded genre पे लिख रहे हैं, and everyone is supporting each other. I think that, you know, I always feel कि collaborative effort will make a huge difference compared to, you know, कि एक दूसरे से competition करना. Competitiveness से कुछ फायदा नहीं है. है ना? तो वो बात है डेफिनेटली आपकी. सो अदर देन राइटिंग व्हाट डू यू डू यार? ऐसा मतलब आर यू ऑलवेज अ राइटर या कुछ और भी आप लोग करते हो? फुटबॉल खेलते हो? क्या आपका है?
मैं ड्राइंग करता हूँ और
Oh,
रीडिंग
really?
करता हूँ.
अच्छा, ड्राइंग करते हो, रीडिंग करते हो. अच्छा, एंड ड्राइंग में कैसा, मतलब क्या, मतलब स्केच एंड ऑल?
स्केच नहीं, ऐसे ही रैंडम इमेजिनेशन में जो आया वो मोस्टली डूडल्स, कार्टून्स.
अच्छा, लवली. तो थोड़ा ये बताइए कि बुक कवर जैसा था, जो वो भी इलस्ट्रेशन है, वो भी डिज़ाइन हुआ है, उसका क्या थॉट प्रोसेस था? पापा मम्मी से क्या डिस्कस करके, क्या कैसा वो जर्नी रहा है बुक कवर को पूरा? बहुत अच्छा बुक कवर बना है, तो क्या आपके था पहले ओरिजिनल दिमाग में कैसे था, अब कैसा आया, एंड इज इट व्हाट इंस्पायर्ड यू टू क्रिएट दिस काइंड ऑफ अ बुक कवर?
ओरिजिनल में एक फाइट सीन आया था मेरे माइंड में, लेकिन वो इतना वो अच्छा नहीं लगा था डिज़ाइन में. और जो बैक प्रोफाइल है, जैसे अभी एक कवर पे इंद्र की बैक प्रोफाइल, वैसा फिर बाद में आया था मेरे को आइडिया थोड़ा सा.
नो, लवली. एंड कितना रिसर्च करना पड़ा किताब में?
नो आइडिया.
नो आइडिया. तो बट आप कुछ
We have any more questions?
I have a question. Meanwhile आप लोग सोच सकते हो कुछ अगर पूछना है आपको. इंदिरा की जो how did your relationship with your family and with your sister play in the book? कुछ वहाँ से इंस्पिरेशन आई है आपकी?
हाँ, मैं छोटी बहन के साथ रहता हूँ, तो झगड़े तो हमें बहुत होते हैं, तो वो भी मैंने बुक में इंक्लूड करने की कोशिश की है एक आध जगह. और पेरेंट्स के साथ भी मेरा बहुत
कुछ
strong
ऐसे
है.
कैरेक्टर है जो पेरेंट्स से या किसी आपके नोन से आपने इंस्पायर हो कि यू पुट इट इन द बुक? कौन सा?
वो अभी मैं रिवील नहीं करूँगा. एक हिंट है, वो एक प्रीस्ट है.
अच्छा, प्रीस्ट है. अच्छा, तो ये नहीं यार, ये तो बुक है, तो ये तो आप उनका नाम नहीं ले सकते या कैरेक्टर रिवील नहीं कर सकते?
दोनों ही नहीं कर सकता.
थोड़ा कंट्रोवर्शियल हो जाएगा. अच्छा, ऐसी एनीवे, राइटर्स ब्लॉक आई एम श्योर आता होगा आपको, है ना?
बीच में आ रखा है कई
तो
बार.
इंस्टाग्राम जाते हो राइटर्स ब्लॉक पे? हाँ, मीम्स देखते हो?
3-4 पेजेस लिख लिए, 1-2 चैप्टर लिख लिए, उसके बाद फिर समझ नहीं आता तो थोड़ी सी देर वो स्क्रॉल कर लेता हूँ मैं. फिर वापस लगता हूँ, सोचता हूँ कुछ करूँ.
क्या बात है. नहीं, मैं पहली बार देखा कि इंस्टाग्राम से वो हेलो, आई लाइक इट. मैं भी करता हूँ. अब मैं भी ऐसे हम आ गए बिकॉज वी आर सराउंडेड बाय सोशल मीडिया. वी आर सो कभी ना कभी ना वो थोड़ा स्ट्रेस बस्टिंग ही है वो हमारे लिए. सो डेफिनेटली थोड़ा सा स्ट्रेस कम होता है, फिर से यू एंड अप राइटिंग. तो राइटर्स ब्लॉक को बेसिकली ऐसे बीट करते हो आप.
ह्यूमर, मीम्स.
मीम से, ह्यूमर से. चलो, आई एम गुड यार. वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. एनीवे, हाँ, एनी क्वेश्चंस गाइस? एनीवन कुछ पूछ रहा हूँ? परी, इफ यू वांट टू आस्क एनीथिंग. पूछ रहे हैं? नहीं? चलो. हाँ.
What gives you creativity to write a novel in this age?
I don't think creativity is required. You just free write and then edit later.
बात सही है. बिल्कुल सही है. So but I think he's being too modest. I'm telling you, it is very tough to write. Even the first draft, editing हाँ definitely polish कर देती है work को. But वो जो starting का draft बनाना है and writing 200-300 pages long. I mean his book is almost 300 pages long. 300 pages मतलब मैंने जिंदगी भी नहीं सोचा होगा मैं लिख पाऊंगा इस एज में. So no, I think he's being too modest. You know, definitely.
Do we have
Yeah.
more questions? Considering that to be the last question, are we good?
पूछ लो. लास्ट क्वेश्चन मॉम एंड डैड से पूछते. चलो आप पूछो. अच्छा, ओके. उसके बाद आप पे सोच लो. आप डैड छुपे हुए क्या? दिख रही है.
First of all, congratulations, Abhiveer. And I want to ask कि अपन मैंने भी एक बार ट्राई किया था कुछ लिखने का, बट मैंने 2 पेज लिखकर मैं बोर हो गई थी. तो इंटरेस्ट कैसे रखना है लास्ट एंड तक?
इंटरेस्ट, एक स्टोरी पहले एक ऐसी इंटरेस्टिंग कि उससे ध्यान ही ना हटे, फिर उसको डेवलप करते जाओ माइंड में. मतलब स्टार्टिंग के आप 10 पेजेस 5 पेजेस प्लान कर लो, फिर बाद में डेवलप करते रहो, फिर ऐसा होगा.
ग्रेट. लवली. हाँ, मॉम एंड डैड से लास्ट क्वेश्चन. हाँ, ये लो भाई. हाँ, क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है.
मैं तो क्या ही सवाल करूं इससे. बहुत सारे सवालों का जवाब मेरे कुछ ऐसे सारे सवालों का यही जवाब है. अभिवीर, नेक्स्ट बुक अग्नि योद्री, क्या एक्सपेक्टेशन है? कितना मतलब एज ए पेरेंट्स हम लोगों से कितना एक्सपेक्टेड है? क्या कितना कितना डेडिकेशन, कितना सपोर्ट और कितना वो एक्सपेक्टेड है? यस.
इसमें जितना दिया उतना ही.
होमवर्क करने के लिए नहीं बोलना है, पढ़ने के लिए नहीं बोलना है. ठीक है, नहीं जा रहे तो ठीक है. और पीडीएम के अंदर यस मैम, नो मैम, नहीं मैम, नेक्स्ट टाइम ये करना है.
रिपोर्ट की कितनी तैयारी है?
Thank you
That's
so
great.
much. I think now we